Introduce you to our new or the latest version of our mounted archery saddle. The sport is evolving so much that they actually start doing eventing, and while they're doing eventing they do different kind of shots. So we had to change our tree a little bit. We had to make more room in the cantle, more room in the pommel to get a different twist in the saddle, to be able to be more mobile in the saddle while you're jumping and riding as well, and pull off the different shots while you also support it in the correct positions. So what we've done is we've laid the cantle down a little bit, and we've actually flattened this part quite a bit there, but we had to come back with that support on the thighs to give this thigh support, some knee bracing as well. So what I've done is, because of different femur lengths, we actually decided to make these adjustable. A knee roll that can be adjusted and moved and placed wherever it's most comfortable and most supportive for the rider. Then the other thing was that they go away for competitions. They pack the saddle up in the duffel bag, put the clothes inside it, and they just go on the flight with one duffel bag. So what I've come up with was these little attachments there, and then a click underneath there, and you can remove the whole sweat flap of the saddle, and then you have a bare saddle that can roll up very tidy in a duffel bag. And to pop them back on, before I do that, the saddles come with a 2-point billet system like the English system, or they can come with the Latigo system for like in a Western saddle. So we've put the Latigo keeper on the back there, so when the saddle is cinched up, you can actually put the Latigo in the back there, and it keeps all the loose ends out of the way. To put this on back on there, slides under the stirrup strap, slides up in there, and these little buttons just pops on there, make sure they're down. And they're down, and this flap cannot come undone unless you pull that physically out of the way. So that sorted that problem out. The other thing was we maintained our mono strap, stirrup strap over the saddle, and that is also adjustable forward and backwards 4 inches to give that rider the proper position and the shot they need. So what we've also kept on these mounted archery saddles is the same buckle system that I've developed for the mono strap over the saddle. We kept it on these saddles, and they come with all our custom saddles as well. This is a wool sleeve for protection, and this is just a clover buckle. To adjust it, you click this out, you turn it 90 degrees, and you slide it out. To slide it back in, twist, click it back in place, and you have your adjustment very quickly. We also designed a stirrup for our own saddles, which I call the spot stirrup, which is slanted, padded, offset and twisted. And then recently we added to the design, which is what we call the slim stirrup, where the tread is only 2 inches wide instead of the 3.5 inches. And we also offset the stirrup where the outside is longer on the foot, inside is shorter, and the stirrup is still twisted. So that makes it for a very light stirrup, and this is almost the same exact size as the standard stirrup on the market, but yet you can also ride with a full winter boot if you like. It's aluminum, it's handmade, a leather tread in the bottom and the top, and it's got a 3-inch neck space and a 2-inch tread width on the bottom. And I think the width is there 5 1/8 of an inch wide in the foot there, but it's also parallel for quite a long distance, so you can get quite a lot of a big boot in there. It doesn't turn out pretty quick there, so you got a very good tip out feature in these stirrups, although they're a slim stirrup. So they complement these saddles, I think, just perfect. Although here we specialize in building custom trees and custom saddles to fit the horse, we decided, however, to stick with one standard fit, which is a 4x90, which is your average fit, same as a saddle you'd buy off the shelf, because the riders ride many different horses for a very short period. So we stuck to a standard fit instead of making this custom to make it more affordable. So that is one thing that we might do, is just make a bigger seat length, but we will not customize every single tree for the horse per se. To enable them to get a closer fit, what we've done is also came up with the saddle pad, which is the F11 half-inch wool felt pad. We made this adjustable pad, so this is actually accessible from the top here, and you can get in there. There is the pocket that actually supports right underneath the saddle bar. And then we also supply a range of 6 shims, which is shaped or tapered on one side. We have 4 of these guys, and 2 of the guys that actually are shaped on the long end of it, so you can add more rock into it. So by adding this here, you can add more rock, or you can change you know, the angle of it, you can make your bar a little flatter this way. If you flip it this way, it's a little thinner. Actually, this is the one I'm looking for. There you can see it's been shaped or tapered down. So if your horse is slightly wider, we put the less tapered in the bottom, thicker in the front, or vice versa, and you can do that on either side. So you can play around with these shims and you can get a fair fit very quickly to fit different kind of horses. So that is one solution that we can come up with. That is as far as we got, and I think this saddle is kind of the last prototype, and we're going to fly with production of the saddle. This specific one is going to China, that one is going to France, and yeah, we export quite a lot of these saddles at the moment because of the evolving sport, and I think it's very purposely designed for it. Anyway, take care, we'll talk soon. Thank you.